Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead.
And Jack.
So today is day number 2 of summer cooking. It was brought by my attention to someone that is not very nice to us. That summer cooking means there's no meat and you don't use the oven and blah blah blah. Well, that's her idea of summer cooking. To me, summer cooking it's fun stuff. It's barbecues, it's salads, it's fresh produce. That's my idea of it, and she can have her own idea of it. So, the first thing we're going to do is start with a salad so we can get it in the refrigerator. So, Jack is going to do his a little bit different because they messed up our Walmart order, and they forgot to give us Italian dressing. So, the first thing we've got is our noodles, and they're all cooked up. And then we're going to put in some cucumbers. You can use the rest. I'm not going to use a whole lot of tomatoes because our main dish today is going to have tomatoes. It's going to be based on tomatoes, actually. And then we're going to use a few yellow peppers, orange, whatever you want to call them. Don't use all of them, save some because we're going to use it for the other thing too. Alrighty. Now with mine, I'm going to use Italian dressing. Jack's going to use, he's going to put bacon in his too. We'll see if that's enough. And I'm going to use some salad supreme. And after I get this used up, I am going to make some of my own because I found a recipe for it. Whoa, that was way too much. Way too much. Just a second, see if I can give you some. Here. Definitely don't need that much. I'll give you just a tad bit more and then you should have plenty. Alright. Now he's going to use bacon with his. And we're going to stir all that together. I love this Italian pasta salad. It is so delicious. I'll take it. I'm going to have to use some more of this Italian dressing. I'll use it all, I guess. There wasn't much in there. And Tom loves taking this to work because in the factory it's nice and cool and refreshing. So it works out great for a summer salad. Alrighty, let us get everything else set up and we'll do the next part. Alright, so for our main dish tonight we are making stuffed tomatoes. And that will be with tuna fish. So, I drained all my tuna fish and I actually squeeze every bit of liquid out. So I'm going to put some of those peppers in there. Then when they screwed up our order, they gave us some diced onions. Usually I would just dice my own. But they won't take back what they screwed up on. You're going to use onions. I'm going to use some egg. You don't have to use all of it if you don't want to. Or you can use it all. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Now I'm going to use a tablespoon of my dill relish. And I'm going to use a heaping tablespoon of my sweet relish. And a little bit of mustard. Just set it down, it's fine. Mustard. And then of course we're going to use our Miracle Whip. Now you can make your tuna however you choose to make it. Nope, scoop it out with this one. and use that one to stir. Scoop with this one.
Oh.
And get it all mixed in there really, really good. You don't want it too overly wet, but you don't want it too dry either. Look at that. And I figure any tuna that's left, I can use it tomorrow for a tuna sandwich. There's a method to my madness. Alrighty. Yeah, she complained about my stirring too.
What don't she have to complain about? She probably complains the way you look.
No, she hasn't complained about that.
Surprising.
You do have to stir food to get it to do what you want it to do.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to give you that. Now the next thing that we're going to do for the stuffed tomatoes is we're going to make them look like this. So let's give Jack 6.
I'll do my best to cut.
I will show you how to do it. You can put them in your pan until you're ready for them. Alright, so now to do the stuffed tomatoes, you're going to cut off just the end here. Let me move this out of the way so you can see, Jack.
Okay.
Just like that, straight across. Alright, now you're going to take your spoon, and there's a membrane that you want to take your spoon and just cut that membrane with the spoon. Don't go all the way through. And if you get a hard one, just use a little bit of a knife here, because you don't want to break up your whole tomato. And then if you don't want the seeds in there, you can take the seeds out. So let me do one more, and then we'll cut up the rest and we'll come back. And do one more. Take your spoon. Now picture this, that being summer cooking, picture it being your own fresh tomatoes. When I went on a gluten-free diet, actually I made a bunch of these and took them to church, and they devoured them. They were so delicious. You can leave the seeds in if you want, or take them out. So there's the next one. We'll be right back as soon as we got all of them cut up. Alright, so Jack had to catch up. So now what I'm doing is I'm putting them in my 9x13 pan, and I lined it with parchment paper, and then I sprayed it with oil because I don't want anything to stick, because that would tear the bottoms of the tomatoes up. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take that tuna salad, and you're going to stuff those tomatoes as full as you can. Because you don't want to end up with empty tomatoes at the bottom. You can actually do this too with slices of tomatoes and just put a little bit on top, and it's really, really good that way too. And you can stuff them as full on top as you want. So you can make it just rounding right over. Tom and Courtney are running late today, so I told them, I said, well, we're going to put these in the oven, and actually they don't need to be reheated, so, because you can eat them cold. If you do not want to put these in the oven, you don't need to. If you want to eat them cold like this, you're more than welcome to. You know, it's your rules, your kitchen. You do what you want. And I'm going to have tuna fish left for tomorrow.
Same here. I got one left. I got all that in there.
Well, you guess you know what you're having for lunch tomorrow then, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't these look delicious, you guys? What do you think, Jack?
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you don't like tuna, Jack's actually is part tuna and part chicken. You can do all tuna like I did, or you can do chicken. You could do whatever you want to stuff it with. You could even do, I bet you know what you could do?
What?
You know that ham salad stuff that people make?
Yeah.
You can make that in there too, that bologna salad or whatever. I bet you that'd be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The world is your oyster, however they say that, right?
We're done with this out.
Yep. Now we're going to take some mozzarella cheese. You don't have to do this either.
And that's it. That's it.
And put a little bit of mozzarella cheese on there. Now it says to cook it for 15 minutes, but that's up to you guys. You know what I mean? Because it depends on how soft that you want your tomatoes too. So I've got the oven at 350 and we're going to put them in the oven. Let's see how they turn out. Now we didn't cook ours the whole 15 minutes because I want a little bit firmer tomato. So how does those look? Beautiful, huh? If you like tomatoes, even Missy was excited because she loves tomatoes. So what I do with mine is I take my knife and I cut it right down the middle so that the stuffing stays right in there. And then I cut a little piece off. Well, it's not really little, but that's okay. It'll work. You ready, Jack? Mmm. Mmm.
That's good.
Really good. All right, let's try some of our salad. Mine has the Italian on it, and Jack has the bacon ranch on his. Mm. You having difficulties, Jack?
Yeah. That tastes good too.
All right. That is my summer dish for today. I hope you guys like it. And there really isn't going to be a recipe because it's however you make it. I'll put the basics in there, but it's however you make it. It's your kitchen, your rules.
Bye.
We'll be back for Tom. So there's Tom's dinner. I got a phone call, so he already cheated and ate one of them.
Did not.
Yes, you did. Could have probably cut that in half too, huh?
Not happening.
What do you think?
It's really good.
And he chose not to have me reheat it so that everything's cold. Would you want it again?
Nice dinner for a very hot day.
Yeah, 88 degrees out there today. You want to try your salad? There's his pasta salad. That's his third favorite salad. There's a big bowl of it for your lunch tomorrow, too.
Yum.
So what do you think? A good summery dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.